All right. This is Kathy Kennedy, and this is Travel Talk Tuesday at 2. And yes, I have windblown hair and a swimsuit on because there's a deck with sunshine above me that I'm going to after this. So I am on the Harmony of the Seas. We're currently sailing towards the Eastern Caribbean, which is St. Martin and St. Thomas. So this is Travel Talk Tuesday at 2, even though it's not quite 2 yet. So we're just kind of getting warmed up. And hopefully the internet, now the internet has been absolutely wonderful on this ship is huge. And the internet has been absolutely great. So we were able to do, I don't know, I hope you guys watched Daytime Tri-Cities this morning. I haven't seen it yet, but I know we taped it yesterday outside, and I would have probably would have not done travel talk, but for this week, I would have probably skipped it, being that this is kind of my vacation. But I thought it was pretty important to kind of get out there what's going on with Omicron and what's getting in the news. And, we're getting bombarded with all kinds of clarifications, I want to say, on this. So anyway, as you guys come on, and I know we are a little bit early, so if you guys, hopefully when you sign in here, if you guys will just, there's either a little box below, a little box off to the side, put your name in there. That way I know you're there. And then we can get started at 2 o'clock. I'm going to have to keep tapping my phone here so that we can do that. Now, rumor had it, I don't know if you guys can tell me this or not, but rumor had it that it actually snowed at home. That's crazy. I think when we left, Pat's sitting over here. This is in my cabin, by the way, because there's so much noise out. No, pretty much I could take you out on the balcony. Actually, the ocean is much calmer today than it was yesterday, because today we're actually getting into the Caribbean Ocean versus being in the Atlantic Ocean. Hello, Miss Sarah. So you guys might have to help me make sure, because I'm on my laptop. So you guys need to let me know if you can hear me okay. Hey, Miss Judy. I forgot you. Oh, getting back on this ship. And I know you guys, I know Judy was on there. And Deborah is watching. Deborah is on board. She's actually down the hall from me, but she had internet today, so she's popping on. So can you guys hear me okay? Someone give me a thumbs up, because I'm on my laptop. I couldn't get it working on the phone. So anyway, rumor had it snowed back home. Is that true? Yes, Sarah says. Oh my gosh. Because when we left, it was, I don't know, 70-ish some odd degrees. And then we were driving out Sunday, which we were scared because they were talking about all those crazy storms coming in. And I'm thinking, oh my God, my house is going to be blown away. My horses are going to be, up there with Toto and the Wizard of Oz. So we were really grateful. It didn't sound like there was any bad storms back home. So anyway, I'm grabbing some coffee here because I went up and took a nap on the deck. So I'm trying to wake up. Yes, no, there's no snow here. It's only nice, beautiful sunshine. I have Miss Beverly on here. And again, I'm trying to read you guys. Louise, yes, we are having a blast. We really are. Amigos shows in, can't read that, BGS. Big Stone Gap, or is it B? You said BGS. I think you tried to mess me up, Vedas. Sarah said only a dusting where she's at. I saw some pictures. I think Pat Jones, it looks like they were ready to go sledding type of thing. Hey, Ms. Linda Phillips, how are you doing? So anyway, we still got a minute or so to go. So that whole Sunday driving down, I'm watching the weather report, and we drove. Thank God we didn't fly. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. So we drove down. We didn't have any weather. It was absolutely gorgeous. And then we stayed at a hotel the next day. We found this, well, I have to give credit to Deborah, found this crazy little hole-in-the-wall diner, had an amazing meal, and then just drove into the port, walked across the street, and got on the ship. So I know Judy and Eloise, I'm thinking, Beverly, I think you were too, on the Harmony of the Seas. And I was thinking it was 2018 that we were on here for the transatlantic, but I just saw a sign in Central Park that said 2016. So, boy, that was a long time ago, considering this is 2022, right? Kind of insane. Mr. Gary Johnson's on. So I do want to, and like I said, I probably would have postponed Travel Talk this week, but I just think there's too much going on out there that's causing everybody to freak out. And and it's reasonable for what's going on in the news. Fortunately, I'm getting some good information from my home office and basically just saying, chill, you should not be freaking out right now. Otherwise, I would not be sitting on a ship. So I'm going to start out. It is 2:00, so it's Travel Talk Tuesday at 2. My name's Kathy Kennedy. Do like all you guys are doing over there. Just let me know you're there. And again, once we get done, if you guys don't mind, sending this off or to some friends and liking it, as long as we keep getting views, which last week the views were huge. Thank you very much. As long as we keep getting those views and stuff, we'll keep doing this. But I really kind of wanted to bring up, yes, Judy's right. It was the Symphony in 2018, but the Harmony in 2016, when I was right. We did come over in 2016. Am I not right? Yes. And Beverly said she loved the Oasis. So thank you guys for all these comments. Is it cold back home? I know, I had to ask. But someone said it was 19 degrees or single digits or something. That's crazy. This weather, for you guys that ever want to go sailing in January, this weather is absolutely perfect. In fact, my little cruise compass tells me that today's temperature is a bit chilly. It's only going to be 75 and partly sunny. So and it is much smoother today. So yesterday I was trying to film on the balcony and we were in the Atlantic Ocean. So it was very, well, what was interesting is it looked really rough, but the ship was like, we were like, never felt anything. And again, the Harmony of the Seas, for those of you who do not know what the Harmony of the Seas is, it is one of the largest ships afloat. It is one of the Oasis class ships. We did, a bunch of you guys that are online there, we did sail her from Barcelona back over here. In fact, we just walked around the back of it. If you guys remember, this is how you're going to remember. That's when I was on this ship for the very first time. We got on her in Barcelona. And then we sailed her, I think it was Malaga. And I forget the other one. Oh, God, this 2016, I can't remember. And we came through the Strait of Gibraltar, and then we kind of hugged the coast of Africa and then sailed her on home. But when we got closer to the United States, because this was the third ship in the class, you guys remember this? We had the Oasis of the Seas, you had the Allure, and we had the Harmony. And we were on this ship, and this ship, as it was coming over from Europe, the other two ships were waiting, kind of hanging out at a couple of ports. And that's where, if you guys ever saw those pictures of the three ships, the three mega ships sailing together, well, we were on the back. We were waving at everybody because we were all on here. And that was so much fun. All right, so let's talk about why I really do want to have Travel Talk and what's going on with Omicron, what is going on with the CDC. And if you saw Daytime this morning, which again, I haven't seen it yet, we taped it yesterday and I sent them some pictures. Those are live pictures that we're taking that very same day. This ship is currently at about 50% capacity. And this is a mega ship. So there's no fighting for chairs, plenty of room to social distance. People are very gracious about it too. It's like if there's more than 6 in the elevator, they just bypass it up because we don't want more than that in. I mean, these are big elevators. So the CDC came out with this unbelievable statement that they took cruising down to a level 4. So you have a level 4, which means they don't recommend it. And the level 4, they're saying that they do not recommend cruising. Needless to say, I wasn't real happy about that. Not anybody was so happy about that because, in fact, CLIA, let me clarify what CLIA is. Cruise Line International Association. Cruise Line International Association, which kind of oversees, actually did a rebuttal to that, trying to figure out why the CDC continues to single out cruising. Now, if anybody, well, New Year's Eve, did anybody watch the ball drop out of New York? Did anybody watch Nashville with all of the people right next to each other? No mask, no nothing. But they say cruising is dangerous. But yet they allowed those things to go on, which absolutely blows my mind. And I looked this up. This actually came through yesterday. With Royal Caribbean alone, which started sailing in June, they have sailed 1.1 million guests. All right. Of the 1.1 million guests, 0.02 have gotten COVID. So that's 0.2% have gotten COVID. And they've all been mild cases. There's not been anything that's been bad at all. It's actually been pretty mild cases. So how the CDC can say that, but yet you can go to a rock concert or dropping of a ball and stand next door to people without masks and stuff. That's okay. You can do that, but you can't get on a ship. So guys, I'm here to tell you it's very safe. In fact, I feel safer here than anywhere I could really think of right now, because now you guys know I've traveled. 2021, I traveled. I was in Alaska. I was in Cancun. That's pretty safe. That was really safe. I was in Punta Cana. I was in Cancun twice. I was in, where else did we go? Oh, we went to Europe. We went to Paris. Vikings. But see, then again, I was on a Viking ship, which was extremely safe. And then flew over and did Hungary, Slovakia, Austria, and Germany. So I've traveled. I kind of have traveled. I could not feel more safer than I do right now. Now, let me tell you why I feel this way. First off, this is a big ship. So very easy to social distance, very easy to go get a beach chair and there's nobody around us. The solarium, we've been kind of hanging out in the solarium area. Same thing. Now, masks. Now, we are wearing masks everywhere we kind of walk or go. But out on the sun deck, no, we don't wear masks. In our room, no, we don't wear masks. When we go to the theater, we do have, well, there's a level that's vaccinated and a level that's not. And while you're there, you can easily put the mask on. And then nobody is sitting on top of each other. Everybody is, again, very social distancing. There are very few on here that are unvaccinated because you have to be vaccinated to get on the ship unless you're a kid. Okay, so if you're a kid younger, then obviously, but they then have to be in a whole nother level along with their parents and that type of thing. As far as the room, sanitation, people cleaning in the wee hours of the morning, not that I'm out at wee hours of the morning, but they come in and they fog the halls. I don't know how you could be on a much safer than here. You do have to have, within 48 hours, you need to have a negative COVID test. You need to be vaccinated. And you need to have the mask. And what I think I mentioned one other thing on Travel Talk Tuesday, when I taped it yesterday or this morning, is that, and I made this quote, I kind of like it. It says, if you're ready to go, then you need to be ready. Be ready, meaning vaccinated, boosted, that you can get the COVID test negative. Now they're doing antigen tests. You guys know the difference between antigen and PCRs. PCR is a little bit more in depth, so therefore it takes, a little bit longer to get the results back. But now they're allowing antigen tests, and the reason being is now it's 48 hours. So, hey, I had to get my test on New Year's Eve. There's nothing open on New Year's Eve, but I did order the Royal Caribbean tests and took them at home and had it printed out. So I had my test result, and I could walk all you guys through this. People who can't find out how or what to do in getting tests, trust me, my nose, my nose COVID test. I can tell you exactly, especially in the Kingsport area for sure. But they're pretty easy to get. So you want your test, and you just want to stay healthy, and you want to be able to make sure that you are washing your hands and that you are sanitizing. I mean, just some elementary stuff, things that you're going to be doing anyway, just to stay away from a cold or a flu or anything, because the Omicron is transmissible, higher level. However, I don't know, I haven't had it, but I hear that it is a lot less damaging. I do know some people have had it, and there were a couple of days didn't feel so good, but I mean, one day didn't feel so good, next day was just a headache, and the third day they were like, oh, I'm fine. So not that I'm recommending it. I still say if you do all those things, plus there's one other step that I do. And, I started sharing it and then I stopped. So I'm going to start sharing it now. And I think this was around 5-6 years ago. I thought I was coming down with a cold. So I went and got some Airborne. You guys know what Airborne is? It's just the little tablets that you drop in. Well, I do. The little tablets. So you drop in a glass of water, fizzes up, and that's my water in the morning. And I think you'd actually get gummies. No. Gummies or tablets or whatever, but it's Airborne, and all it is really vitamins. So if you don't do that, you can just, I talked to someone who says, I take this vitamin, that vitamin, whatever. I'm not smart enough to know what vitamins do. So they were taking all these vitamins, and I said, it's the same thing like with Airborne. All it does is build your immune system up. And I've been doing it for 5 or 6 years. It's actually a habit. So I never get a cold. I can't remember the last time I had a cold. I got the flu about 4 or 5 years ago. But since then, I do a flu shot. Yes, we do get a flu shot. And besides, arthritis and old age, I'm seem pretty healthy. So that would be if you're ready to go, then you need to be ready. That would be my laundry list of what you need to do. Now, getting back to the CDC, I'll be nice. What they said. There is some rebuttals, like I said, and what my home office has done, just to let all of you know, and this is really wonderful, that you can go to my website. And again, I didn't have time to put together a PowerPoint presentation or anything, so write this down. And I'm going down to one website, so you'll only have to remember one. But it's exclusivecruisetravel.com. Exclusive, EXCLUSIVE, cruise, CRUISE, travel, TRVEL.com. Exclusivecruisetravel.com. That is my website. At the very top, and I checked it out this morning, home office has put it up there. At the very, very top, it'll have something about COVID notifications. And you should go click on that, and you should go read that if you have any concerns whatsoever. And that'll kind of give you some of the statistics, some of the facts when it comes to cruising. And I mean, basically, when they talk about the science and the facts, well, the science and the facts says pretty much cruising is one of the best ways to travel right now. In fact, this ship, and again, I want to talk too now about air. They've gone crazy. Air is struggling. Now, I can say I was very blessed this past year. We took a lot of flights. And the only air blunder I had was with Air France, and that was flying from Paris to Hungary. All my other flights were either on time, landed early. God bless you, United. Landed early. But, things happen, things shift and change, as we all now know from 2020. And what's happening is, staffing issues. Now they're blaming the weather, whatever scapegoat they could throw out there, but that was the reason why. But I will tell you, this is the drive market, guys. If you guys are ready to go, okay, if you are anxious to get out and go, you can go by going and driving just down to Port Canaveral. I booked 3 this morning for my laptop. I made 3 bookings on this particular ship for June and July. So that's kind of where I am with cruising. I think it's extremely safe. Now, I want to talk also about protocols, as everybody's coming at me with, oh, I've got a trip at the end of February, I've got a trip in March, and, what do I need to do? Well, it's too far out for us to know what there is to do yet. Now, we'll start watching it about a month out. I'm going to start watching, and for any of you, I've got a bunch actually that are in Barbados right now, but so I'm getting ready to go to Barbados. That we're making sure. In fact, I said one poor couple, I said, I swear I'm not going to bother you anymore, but I just want to make sure you have this, and I want to make sure you're okay with this. So we're going to make sure that everybody has dot the I's and cross the T's, what you're going to need in order to have a wonderful vacation. But some of the countries right now are kind of in flux, especially over in Europe. So we're not really sure what the protocols are going to be. But this is kind of how I feel. What we're hearing is Omicron's going to kind of wear itself out in about another week or two. They're already starting to see the numbers come way down in South Africa. So it's starting to wane a little bit. And it's exactly what happened in 2021. If you guys remember, in 2021, January was, oh my God, I had a headache in January. You guys kept calling because the fear factor, if you watch the news, please don't, but if you watch the news, then that's what they're doing. And in some cases, I kind of do like the news, putting a little bit of a fear factor out there, only because of people who are not vaccinated or people who do not have the boosters. That's where, I think a lot of the news media is trying to get people to go get that done. And obviously, if we can get everybody in that, then we'll just start, hopefully wearing this whole thing out. So if you are, and then here's the other deal. The cruise lines, the shore companies, I don't think the airlines have joined it yet, but they're giving flexibility that if you are concerned or you've got, again, your system is compromised in some way and you don't feel your immune system is strong enough. And definitely, I never want anybody to go on a trip that you feel like you're going to get sick. Absolutely not. So you have to make that call, and we will work with you and do whatever. And like I said, they're extending the cruise with confidence, or whatever they're calling it. They're extending those, so it should be pretty good. So the summing all this up is there's no reason for anybody to panic. There's no reason for anyone to not plan your vacation, because if you've got something out there to look forward to, getting through all this is so much easier and better. The other thing I want to mention is January 18th. We are in January. So when I come back, I'm already starting to prepare for Travel Club. So I'm hoping everybody is able to come to Travel Club. Hopefully, if you're vaccinated. I think Food City, they have their own, which is a press room. I think they have their own, but I think they do require you to be vaccinated. If not, definitely wear your mask while you're there. But it's still a gung-ho. I can't think of anything that's canceling right now, especially after I watched. I hope you guys did have a Happy New Year, or bring in 2022 as a Happy New Year. And I think it'll be, again, I'll say it again, it's going to be the year of peace. So we're actually going to start to come out of this. It's going to be peaceful, little Zen thing going on here. All right, I'm getting carried away. So I'm going to run through here and see if I got any questions. You guys take a few seconds. And I know I've got Gary on here. And it says we were supposed, I just lost Gary. We were supposed to have been at the, oh, I know, Gary, this is your ship. Gary was planning, although we made up for that, didn't we, Gary? We celebrated your 50th wedding anniversary while we were in Cancun, but he was supposed to be on this ship last October, and of course I took it out. And then we've got Judy and Beverly, and I don't see any questions. You guys got any questions? I'm going to be back. I am taking this. Actually, the reason why I'm on this ship is Royal Caribbean gifted it to me, and which my love to Royal Caribbean for doing that. I don't know if they thought maybe I needed it, but a little bit of a break. But the whole thing is, it was perfect timing for me. There is no way on this earth I would have gotten on this ship if I thought there was any way whatsoever that my health or my family or my friends' health would be endangered. So, but, we watch protocols and my hands are clean, all that good stuff. And I do have a mask everywhere. So that's it. I will be back. I'll be back in the office June. So we're going home on Sunday, the 9th. The 10th, I need to just get unpacked and groceries in. So we'll be in the office on the 11th, which I believe is also Travel Talk Tuesday. Now, I don't know if I'll do one again next week, but I also will be on daytime. So I know I'll be in the TV studio that morning. And then Travel Talk, I'm not sure, but it's going to be based off of what's kind of going on, because I don't think it's not fair for you not hearing what's happening and just listening to the news and fear factors and thinking, oh gosh, what's going on? And things are fine. There's 3,700 people on this ship, but that's 50% capacity, and there's no crowding of any kind. So anyway, that's it. You guys be safe, be sane, be satisfied, and start planning that vacation. I want you to call me next week. And if not, I definitely want to see you at Travel Club. Guys, spread the word. I want a big crowd at Travel Club. You guys be good. Talk to you later.